Hi guys, my name's Shiels down here at Trafford Golf Centre in Manchester, and today I'm going to talk to you about what has one of the biggest influences on where this points at contact, and it's the grip. And what a strong grip is, and what a weak grip is, and where your grip sits in that spectrum, whether it's strong, whether it's weak, or whether it's neutral, smack bang in the middle. And is it always good to have a neutral grip? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's good to have a grip that's biased to either being slightly strong or slightly to the weak. Amateur golfers all around the globe play with different types of grips. Some play with it too strong, some play with it too weak and can still hit a straight shot. And an awful lot of tour pros, players who play professionally, do not grip the golf club neutrally. They will have a bias to either being too strong or too weak. And what do those words even mean? What is too strong? What is too weak? And I want to explain that to you now to give you a bit of an insight. And I also want you to do a bit of homework on this and find out where your grip sits in all of this spectrum between weak and strong. So we're going to talk about the club face, but we're also going to talk about the grip mainly, and almost like a steering wheel in a car, how our grip can have a massive influence on where that points. Now sometimes we have to make contradictions, we have to make alterations to our swing to make the club face point in the direction that we want it to do. And again, I want to highlight those aspects to you and whether you're making those adjustments on the way into the golf ball to make the ball go straight, and therefore that might be a reason why you're not as consistent as you could be. So first off, what is a strong grip and what is a weak grip? So at the moment, that club face is pointing absolutely dead straight up to the sky, straight to the camera. Now if I was to place my left hand, my top hand, all the way on top, so I can see absolutely loads of the back of my left hand here, I can turn that club face now to the left and around loads, absolutely loads. How far to the right could I turn it? Not very far at all. I can hardly turn it to the right. So doing that down near the ball, strong grip, I could turn my club face all the way to the left. And when I'm doing that as well, I'm noticing that the loft of the golf club is starting to vanish. Or how far to the right can I turn it? Hardly at all. So a strong grip there with the left hand should, doesn't always, should make the ball go straight left. It should make the ball go at least start left to some degree, but it should be going left. Unless you're making some characteristics in your swing to make it go straight. Likewise, there's a weak grip. So this time I'm going to put my left hand underneath the golf club. If I try and turn it to the right, how far to the right? Loads. Absolutely loads. How far to the left? Hardly at all. So that time my left hand is underneath the grip. Down at the ball, all the way to the right, loads and loads and loads and loads of loft. To the left, hardly at all. So what that's telling us again is that that grip should, I'm not saying all the time, should make the ball go over the camera, high and to the right. I won't try it while you're there, but it should make the ball go high and to the right. But again, it doesn't always. That's one of the hands. Now the other hand, the bottom hand, might complement that. So if one hand, let's say, is too weak, the other hand might be too strong. Therefore, making the club face pretty neutral. But again, that might limit some of your mobility and some of your strength and some of your consistency. It may do. So likewise with the bottom hand, this time it's the slightly opposite. If the right hand or the bottom hand is too underneath, so the palm facing upwards, I can turn that club face absolutely loads to the left, but very little to the right, very little. Likewise, too far on top, loads to the right, very little to the left. So when you look at your grip next time, we want to see where your grip sits. And I'm not going to say you've got to see this many knuckles, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. All I want you to do is next time you go and have a golf club in your hand, take your normal grip. Just completely take your normal grip like you're ready to hit a ball. I want you to start off by taking your bottom hand off the golf club. I want you to see how far, either to the left or to the right, can you turn it, and which one is it most biased to. So here now you can see I can turn that club face further to the left. I can hardly turn it to the right. So that would be classified now as being a pretty strong grip. Now I would then neutralise that out so that I could turn it evenly both sides. Now I'm not saying going straight out, I really am not. All I'm saying to you is that's where your grip would sit. That would be a strong left hand grip. Now I know my bottom hand, if I was to place this on, I could probably turn this too far to the right and hardly to the left. So in my instance, my left hand is a little bit strong and my right hand is a little bit weak to make a grip that's somewhere near neutral. Now, this is the important thing, and this is one thing I want you to do. If you discover your grip is too strong, if you discover that you can turn the club face, even with both hands too far to the left and not far to the right, if you discover that, you should be hitting the golf ball to the left. Unless you're making changes and characteristics and adjustments on the way down to make that club face point somewhere near straighter, or you've introduced an incredibly extreme path to make the ball curve back to the middle. That's one thing you want to look out for. Likewise, if you have the grip that's too weak, and the face would be far too much to the right, you could hit that straight, but you should be hitting it high and to the right. You should be hitting it high and to the right. Unless you're making adjustments with the club face or the path again to make it go somewhere near straight. So guys, this is more of an insight to where you are currently. Where is your grip right now? And do you hit the shot that relates back to your grip? If you do, change it. So if you hit the ball too far to the left and you've discovered your grip is too strong, yes, neutralize it up. If you don't hit the ball to the left and you've got a strong grip, don't change it just yet. Have a think about when you're going to change it, go and seek some advice, go and get a lesson, go and have a look at why you don't hit the ball left when you should hit the ball left. Last thought on this, it's almost like if you were driving a car and your steering wheel was all the way to the left, like you've got a strong grip all the way to the left, you should miss the road to the left, you should. Some golfers out there have adjusted enough or made enough tweaks and changes to be able to turn the car to the right or to turn the car straight, which is not an easy job to do. So that's what, if we then change the grip, you'll still be used to trying to change the steering wheel the other way. So go and just be careful when you change your grip, guys. But I want you to first find out where your grip sits. Is it too strong? Is it too weak? Or is it perfect? Comment down below, let me know where your grip sits into it and whether you hit the shot in the direction that is part of your grip. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully that's explained grip a little bit, explained why the club face points in different directions sometimes. Do subscribe, comment down below, like the video, and we shall see you next time. I will try and hit one with a weak grip. It'll go straight over the camera. I won't be.